This is a demonstration of how to create some graphs on the TI-83 graphing calculator. First, you turn the calculator on. Next, you go over here where it says y equals. Click that and you'll notice that you have y1 equals. In y1, I'm going to put in here the graph of a line. So how about y equals 3x plus 2? I would hit 3, and then this button up here with the x on it, and then the plus sign and the 2. And if I wanted to view this graph, I would press the graph button. And there you have your line. Notice it has a positive slope. As you look at it from left to right, it goes uphill. If it went downhill, that would be a negative slope. Okay, I'm going to hit clear, and then I'm going to go back to the y equals, and I'm going to clear that. If I wanted to do a graph of a quadratic equation, we'll try 5x and then raise it to the second power plus 4x plus 3, and then I could hit graph again, and you'll notice that I have a parabola from this quadratic equation. Okay, let's hit clear, go back to y equals, hit clear again. Now say it was a negative quadratic equation. Let's start with, notice I'll use this negative sign down here, negative 2, and then x raised to the second power plus x minus 2. And let's look at the graph of that guy. There you have it. So, how about if I wanted to use a equation with x to the third power in it? Let's do a clear here. Go back to y equals, hit it clear again, and this time we'll put in 3x raised to the third power plus 2x squared plus x minus 1. And let's look at a graph of that guy. And there you have it. So I'm going to clear that and go back here to y equals and clear that. Now how about if you were using the square root of something? You would do a second square root sign, and let's try x raised to the fourth plus x raised to the second plus 7, close parentheses. And let's take a look at that graph. There you go. Okay, so now let's look at just a random polynomial. Go back here and hit clear. Here's a good one here. How about x raised to the fifth power plus 4x raised to the fourth power minus 3x raised to the third power plus 2x squared. And now let's hit graph. Aha! Okay, now it's hard to see what we've got in this case. So what you can do, if you're looking at this, is you can go here to zoom and then scroll down to zoom out, hit enter, and enter again, and then you can get a bigger picture. cow, hit enter again. I think what I might do in this case is go back here to zoom. Still thinking. I think I might have upset this thing. Let's hit clear. No, still thinking. Aha! Now I can hit clear. I'm going to go back here to window. And this obviously is not working, so what I'm going to do is for my minimum on X value, I'll put negative 100. And then for my maximum, I'll put positive 100. And the scale will still be 1. And here I'll put for my Y minimum, I'll put negative 100. And for my Y max, I'll put 100 with the same scale. And now let's see what the graph looks like. Thinking over here, holy cow, that is ugly. I think the Y is what we really have to be concerned about. So I'm going to go back here to the window and I'm going to put for my Y minimum negative 100 and positive 100, and for my X I'm going to leave that at negative 10. Delete this part of it and then scroll down here and make it positive 10. 1, 0. And let's look at that. It's thinking again. Aha! Wow. That really goes high there, doesn't it? Okay, so let's take a look at this. You can actually now figure out what these, where this crosses the axis. So how can I do that? I can press little buttons here. The X is right there at 0. Hey, that's where it's crossing, right at X equals 0, Y equals 0. And then down here at X equals negative 4 point something, then Y equals 0. There you have it. So I'm going to hit clear on this one. Clear again, go back here and clear this out. Those are just some things that you could do. Now what about if you were going to graph a power or exponential graph? Let's see, I'm going to use the number E. So what I'll do is hit a second and an E, and I'm going to raise E to the X power, close that, and then I'll hit graph and see what it does. There you go. So it'll do that for you too. Let's hit a clear on that one. Go back and clear this. And suppose I want to do a logarithm type graph. How about if I do a ln of x raised to the third power and then hit graph? Isn't that interesting? So if I change the window on this, I can make this back to 110 and then hit clear. How about negative 10 and positive 10? And then we'll go back to graph again. Check it out. Looks much better. Okay, so that probably is enough of playing around with the different graphs that you possibly could do.